Out here today on a nice sunny day, doing some creek walking. Just down from where a few years ago I pulled out a few, I think they were 5 by 7 feet Esso signs, gas station signs. And I was going back down to see if I could find any more when I looked over here on this bank, and there's a sign right there. I don't know what it is. Looks like there's still a decent amount of paint left on it. Trying to get it out of here. It's very it's a little bit icy still. The ground's still a little frozen, being that we're right on the creek. But I'm gonna try my best to get this sign out of here and get it home and cleaned up. I've been digging for about 10 minutes and got a pretty good amount of dirt moved, but it's so hard to dig with what I got. I only have a few scratchers, long handled and short handled. I didn't bring any shovels, so I'm probably gonna come back here maybe later on this evening before it gets dark with a shovel and maybe a pickaxe, because it is hard to get through this top layer here. This is all hard dirt and clay. Underneath, I mean, it's easy to dig, but the stuff on top, that's all rock hard. So, and I dug a little bit back here, and there's more and more of the sign showing up underneath the dirt. So it's got to be pretty good size. It's hard to tell what it is. Might be a gas station sign of some sort, which would be great. So I'll get back to you guys when I come back with some proper tools. Well, I'm back on the creek. Gonna go and retrieve this sign. I was gonna try to come back tomorrow in the morning, but we're supposed to have freezing rain all day, so I want to get this sign out as soon as possible. Well, I got about 45 minutes or so until sunset, so hopefully we can get it out. I got a shovel, and I brought a hatchet to hopefully break through the ice. So we're gonna get to it. Well, it's about 20 minutes till sunset. You can see the sun over there, just above the trees. Been working on this for a little while. Got it pretty loosened up. I think it's close to ready to come out. Yeah, it's gonna be heavy. I got a little walk back to the truck with it, but let's see if we can get this pulled out and see what it is. Well, there it is. Looking pretty good. A lot of rust in there, but a lot of the paint's still there at least. I don't know what it is. Can't tell what that says. Probably won't know until I get it cleaned up, but it's double-sided. It's not terribly heavy, but I might put some ratchet straps on it and get it taken out of here. So see you when I get back to the house. Well, I got the sign unfolded as much as I can get it right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some weight on it. This is how I used to fix my other signs. The only other way to do it, really. Put the truck tire on there and flatten it out. Not bad. Better than it was. I have to work on it a little bit more. Probably flip it around, run it over again. It's just all these wrinkles in here. It's gonna be kind of hard to get those wrinkles out. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, there she is. When you bend them back like this, it's hard to keep it from chipping anymore. A lot of the porcelain chips off when you bend it back like that, but there's not much you can really do about it. It's unfortunate, but when you don't have any equipment, you don't have anything else, use your truck. Well, we'll at some point get this all cleaned up. I usually do a little soap and water scrub first. Get most of the dirt off that way. And then I'll take some SOS pads, and the SOS pads work really well. Either SOS or Brillo, whatever, it's pretty much the same thing. But the SOS pads will really bring the color back out on these letters and the color on here. Every sign that I've had, I've used the SOS pads on, and it works great. Then once you do the SOS pads, there ain't much you can do about the rust. You know, it's not going to look the greatest, but for a sign that was thrown away on the creek bank, that was all folded up, it's pretty decent. Well, it's the next day. I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean this up as much as I can. Like I said before, I don't have access to a hose right now because it's about 30 degrees and snowing out right now. I've got about 4 to 6 inches right now, so. And I'm in a very cold barn that has no heat, so we're gonna try our best here. Finally found my tripod so I can make nice still videos at a good angle. And yeah, this is how I clean it. So I'm gonna start with some soapy water and a scrub brush, and just try to get all the surface dirt and stuff off. And once we get done with that, we'll take the sponge to it with some Dawn dish soap and you know, get it nice and prepped for the SOS pads. It's already looking better than it was. Just got about a quarter to a half of it scrubbed. Alright, now I have one of these abrasive sponges, and I have a few of these Brillo sponges here, the Brillo pads on them. We're going to start off with this scrub brush sponge thing. Put some Dawn dish soap on it. Start scrubbing. Alright, this is where the SOS pads come in. This is what takes the longest time and the most amount of elbow grease, but it's definitely worth it in the end. It's going to take all these spots of rust, like surface rust here, the stuff that hasn't rotted all the way through. It's going to clean that rust up. It usually makes the paint a lot brighter once you scrub over it. Just going to start by spraying some water on here, get it nice and wet. I want that SOS pads to be wet. See that? Yeah, it doesn't take all the rust off, but it definitely cleans it up. It'll brighten that paint right up. Usually just start from one side and go to the other. Just taking my time, working out all the imperfections. You'll definitely go through a lot of these, so I got a box of 10 here, and I'll most likely use all of them, if not have to buy more, because I still got a whole nother side to do. Well, I've only gotten from here to here and down, and I've already used 2 SOS pads. So let's see what this looks like once I get it rinsed off a little bit. Might have to wipe it. Okay, let me get a rag real quick and see how that looks after we wipe it. Not too bad. Just takes a lot of rinsing. If you have access to a hose, then I highly suggest using it, because this just takes too long using a jug of water. I decided to lay it down because it might make it a little bit easier to scrub instead of it standing up against the wall. My problem is I kind of gotta bend over the side to scrub. Well, that's the results with the SOS pads. Not too bad. I said I'd go through all 10 of those SOS pads, and I did. That looks pretty good. Now we're just gonna take one of those sponges and use some Barkeeper's Friend on it, and kind kind of just get some of these. I don't know, some of this rust here might stay. Sometimes the barkeeper's friend will get rid of that, but we'll see. It should kind of give it a nice little shine. All these sponges here, and some barkeeper's friend. Pardon the noise, that's a snowplow going by. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and just spray it down and get it nice and wet. I like to just sprinkle it right on, nice and heavily. Just work in little sections. I'm gonna get my sponge wet here. I like to use this abrasive side. And yeah, just go to town. Scrub off as much of that soap as I can. Alright, moment of truth here. And there it is. Pretty decent. That's just one side. It took me about an hour and a half. So, probably gonna do the other side another day. But, that's how I do it. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it, but you can't really go wrong with doing it this way. So, it's pretty rough, but not too bad. Thanks for watching.